Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of Juniversity. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, Crack Racing? Who the hell are you? How goes the existential crisis? Dude, better. It's better, okay? It's fine. It is, it's Tuesday. Yo, thank you. Oh my gosh, sorry, I started scratching my ear and it felt really good. She's dog-coated now. Dude, I started kicking my little leg. I started pounding the ground a little bit. I started scratching my ear like mid-sentence and I just went, I went to the gym today. I ran a mile. I know that's not much, but I haven't ran a mile in like 8 years. So I need to do that every day. And if I don't, I need you to threaten my family. It's a start. Yeah. All I need to fucking do is go to the gym, go to the treadmill, and press the button that forces me to run a mile. And that's all I gotta do. But it's so hard to mentally force myself to. It's so hard. Junie, your family lives in Alaska, they'll threaten us. Oh dude, they're strapped. My family is unbelievably strapped. Okay, so maybe don't threaten my family. Maybe threaten me. I try and do 3-mile runs 3 times a week. Shit has been so good for me. I really want to just get into the habit and do it every day. And I think it will help me. And I just, damn dude, I want fucking, I want to get toned, man. And doing cardio will help. I do want to do other things as well. They have other machines there, but I'm kind of like, have never been to a gym before, so I don't really know what the fuck is, I don't know what the, I don't know what the fuck those things are. So I think I need to watch some YouTube, and I hope my top 6 favorite moth streamer is doing, come on, you know when you say top 6, it means something. It means I'm not top 5. It means I'm top 6, which means I'm the 6th. Dude, I had a dream last night that I don't know, what a weird coincidence. It just jarred a memory. Like there was a piano, but then like I was just playing random notes on the piano and just trying to feel it out. And eventually I could play something on the piano, but then I had a moment of self-awareness and I was like, wait, I've just been like mashing fucking keys on this piano and I probably sound like shit. Why are all my dreams so stressful, man? I was forced to take band in 6th grade. I made the teacher give me a snare drum so I didn't have to give a shit. Damn, all of our parents were really just making us do stuff we didn't care about, huh? My parents made me play trumpet. That's my history with a guitar. See, I actually did want to learn guitar, and I did. I took like classes, but I don't know. I was like really young. I kind of fell off. I chose choir over band because fuck instruments. That probably would have been easier, huh? But wouldn't that? I feel like it would be a lot more embarrassing. I don't know, man. I feel like it would be way more embarrassing. Just because, dude, I have known people who. There was like this one guy. Do you know that, like, okay, so there's like fuckboys, right? Obviously, but then there's like nerd fuckboys, right? And this guy was like a nerd fuckboy, and so like he was in choir, I guess, and he was just god awful, horrible, absolutely zero tune, nothing, genuinely nothing. But he was one of the only men in choir, boys. He was like, we were like, okay, we were like 14. I guess it's kind of rude to be calling him that, but that was what he was to me at the time. I bet bro thought he sounded like a god. Maybe he had a big head, like an inflated ego. Dude, I got hella lucky. I took band in high school because my school counted music as a language to graduate. Yo, wait, that's actually sick. Band kids are almost as freaky as theater kids. They really are. Band kids were freaky. And also like, shocking amount of hot people in band, at least at mine. Drumline are the biggest nerds ever, and they were hot. dude, all of the dudes on Drumline were baddies. I'm like, when I hear people making fun of band kids, I'm like, you just didn't, your band just wasn't hot, you know? Sorry, you missed out. You got a bad band. You've lost the role. I think you were just a frustrated teenage girl. Okay, but like, you could tell if people are hot, man. It was just a little thing. And it wasn't, but those people were freaky. They were freaky, and they would go up into the catwalks and they would make out with each other, and I would walk past them and they'd be like, oh, hey, Junie. I'd be like, hey. At our high school theater, we were freaky, but they ain't nothing compared to the band kids. Drumline had their entire separate band room, and Jesus Christ, they were all sex pests. That seems about right, honestly. That seems about Drumline, yeah. Were they at least hot, though? Hold on. But were they like hot sex pests, or... Sorry. Yeah, no, I definitely had a really big crush on one kid who was like a grade above me. I found out that a lot of YouTubers were band or theater kids. Yeah, it's definitely a trend. He was in theater, and he was like a center stage performer as well, and he was also on Drumline. And I had the biggest crush on him. What was his first name? Fuck you. Devastating, bro. And what's even worse, this is another Cuck story, kinda. Because I like never spoke to this guy. I literally just thought like he was really cute and really funny. And that's like important to me, right? Like if he's funny, like I will fold, right? But like there was a point where he started talking to like another girl, and he would go up into the catwalks with her for like alone time. And I was like the only person technically allowed into the catwalks. So he and her would like, I didn't see them ever making out, but they were up in the catwalks quietly, like, you know, talking to each other and like being close to each other and stuff. And I would walk past them and they'd be like, hey. I'd be like, hey. And then oh. Anyways, man. You lived in a hell beyond my understanding. Dude, I'm literally the most cucked person who has ever lived. Like, it is genuinely unbelievable the shit that has happened to me. And all I did was grow up into a fucking yearner, man. All I did was grow up into a yearner. I should make a visual novel about you. Man, come on. I can confirm. Shout out to Cotton instantly asking if you were for real when you said you were a cuck. Well, I don't like it, if that's the question. I'm not into it. Joe only says he has to be funny. That's true. I did hear a story where he was in like an Uber, and he started talking about like his experience being a cuck and watching people like fuck his wife or whatever, like just to fuck with the Uber driver. He's so funny, dude. Yeah, I hated ROTC kids. They were so fucking cringe. And they also weren't hot. Did you just say ROTC as a word? Yeah, I mean, I know it's ROTC. I just think it's funny. I just think it's more fun to say ROTC. Yeah, they were just like military LARPers, bro. It was so weird. Listen, I was never in ROTC or anything like that, so I don't really understand the like inner culture of it, like whether it was like, you know, about discipline and about presenting yourself in a certain way, but I don't know any of that. All I know is that is that we had like a little pretend military in school, and they would wear uniforms sometimes, and they would march around the hallways after school hours and practice being in step. And that shit was fucking funny. Especially if your parents like made you do something like that. I can totally imagine a lot of the ROTC kids were there just because their dad was like, you're gonna learn some goddamn discipline. You're gonna learn some respect, and you're gonna grow into a fine young man/woman.